Hey, everybody. I'm going to start with a couple link ups, updates here, um, just to ease us into tonight's Community Tuesday. So we've got an open link up London, August 26th at Hendon Golf Club. Sign up in the link ups channel. Be sure to check those out. We're going to be rolling some more out soon. And if you have one that you have in mind that you want to do in your city, go ahead and again jump into LinkUp's channel, reach out to one of our community team members there. Just raise your hand and say, I want to put on a link up or link ups here in my town, and we'll get you going. Enough of
Super excited
link ups
for
there. Yeah,
international link ups, right? Is that our first one?
I believe so. There's some buzz going around about possibly a link up or a link up St. Andrews. I think Jim Daly might have been interested in doing one out there since he's going to be revisiting. So everyone keep a close eye out for St. Andrews. But yeah, I think officially this one in London is our first international. If you're in the U.S.
Love. Additionally, we've got really cool updates on the course side, which mostly includes a Twitter Spaces that's going to be on the 18th. So on August 18th at 12:30 Eastern, we're going to have a really, really exciting Twitter Spaces for you with Josh Lesnick from Kemper Sports, who's personally helping us lead our course selection and discovery process. So that's if you're familiar with Bandon Dunes, Mike Kaiser, the legend there in the golf world, Josh is definitely a legend, and we're super stoked to hear his take on LinksDAO, Web3, and kind of our mission and what he's doing to help us accomplish it. Additionally, be on the lookout. So we need your help, right? We are looking to get more member feedback on the course process, right? Priorities, what everybody's interested in, what you like the most, if you care about whether it's close to an airport, if you care about design or length, all of these different factors. So those polls are coming out. So if you want to turn your notifications on in the Discord server, drag LinksDAO up to the top. We're going to have a lot of really exciting stuff for you. And we plan on, definitely rewarding your participation in those polls with things like the, LinksDAO wedge we're giving away tonight. So definitely stay tuned, keep those notifications turned on in here, and we're going to have a lot of fun in the next couple of weeks and months as we buy our first golf course. That being said, we also have a really cool member benefit coming up. I'm not going to spill the beans. Jim Daly actually tweeted something a little bit alpha-ish on it, but we're going to have another Twitter space tomorrow on a new member benefit. So if you want to tune into that, that's going to be tomorrow at 2:30 Eastern. You can set your reminder for that space on the LinksDAO Twitter page right now. And looking forward to seeing all of you there as we announce this new benefit. I'm really excited about this one. It has to do with golf, playing golf, and that's what we're here for. So love to see stuff like that. Mike, how you doing tonight?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for asking.
What are your thoughts? I know we've been in real life here today. What's on your mind?
So I am about as energized as I could possibly be about LinksDAO. I don't think that's surprising, given that it's something that I've been passionate about, along with an incredible team since last December. But, I think the thing that I'm, as somebody who's started, multiple companies and is now on his fourth, is most excited about is we've basically gotten past the initial kind of energy, euphoria, massive sort of confusion and what can this be phase through we all sort of lived it, I think, in all of our crypto lives, the massive bear market phase, to what me and I think most of the folks here probably are experiencing now, which is sort of a sense of normalcy and like, hey, like all this stuff that we are excited about and that we believed in continues to exist, and the community stuck around, and we can actually make it happen now. So, if you look around like the sort of NFT or Web3 or crypto landscape, 80, 90% of what people, invested in, what people participated in, that wasn't the case. If you look at, just our project, the, ETH prices are up, the participation, while not at all-time high levels, is, very consistent in a pretty exciting way. And what was effectively a completely fluid, amorphous, and basically tied together by 8 to 10 words mission group of folks is now a global group of folks, 5,500 plus, who actually own membership passes, but many multiples of that, 10 times by the numbers that we have of people who have entered the Discord over the last few months, who care about and actually want to be a part of a global membership golf and leisure club. So anyway, big obligation, big mission, and pretty exciting. What's been fascinating about this project, amongst all the ones that I've ever worked in my life, and I think I've talked with core contributors, I've talked with members, I've talked with people on the core team, is the pace the pace at which we do stuff compared to the pace of sort of like just expectation and questions of what are you going to do next. It's wild, it's wonderful, it's both an advantage, like it's literally one of the most advantageous and amazing things that I've ever experienced as an entrepreneur. It's also candidly terrifying. It's like, okay, you've got this group of tens of thousands of people behind you who want to do something. You have the money to make it happen. Now go do it. That's a wild thing to have happen in 3 to 4 weeks. So anyway, it's been tremendously eye-opening, fun, exciting. All right. So it's been a while since I've done one of these, weekly conversations. I have missed them, and I'm excited. I'm going to be doing a lot more and being here at least weekly, like I was, back in December, January, February, and talking a lot to the community, and to the people who are members and are going to chart the course of the course. First, the initial course, then the additional courses, the architects, and all the other things that we do to make this golf and leisure club. So anyway, long-winded way of saying, hey, it's the end of the summer, and it's go time. It is really fucking go time. So we're really excited. I know as a core team, and I know that we are extremely excited as a community about what's going to happen over the next few months. And what's going to happen over the next few months is we're going to buy a golf course. It's thrilling, it's terrifying, it's wonderful. And it's something that for the last 6 months hasn't been something that we've talked about deeply as a community, meaning we haven't bandied about the ideas. We haven't talked about specifics about the courses, about the places that we're looking at. The most exciting thing for me is over the next couple months, before we make any decisions about what we're going to do as LinksDAO, we're going to open up to the entire community the process and the decision making and the assessment process around how we make a decision, how we choose a course. And we are so excited. And I know there's only 65 people on this conversation, but we need to spread it deeply and genuinely to our 10 good friends. And then their 10 good friends, we have 5,400 people who hold LinksDAO passes. We need that community. We need everyone to weigh in on what course, what area, what architect, what rules, and what's going to happen with the future of this community and club. Without more than 65 people weighing in on this, we don't accomplish our mission in the way that I know we all want it to happen. I'm going to pause there.
Thanks, Mike. I can take next and talk a little bit about PFP. So we are still in the process. We talked the last couple of weeks of what the plan is. Our goal, by September 5th, is to basically make a go, no-go decision on setting an actual timeline for Mint. I've talked about the 5 things that go into that. One is a marketing plan. One is as the art itself, the traits, the assets, the 10,000 unique PFP characters. We also have talked about the community experience. Obviously pricing and Mint mechanics is important. And then sort of the value proposition of the PFP. So no major new updates there. I will be sharing some items in PFP chat this weekend of traits that have been line drawn by the artists. So you'll get to see sort of how we're thinking about different types of hats. Yes, bucket hats. I've seen those in the PFP chat. There have been great ideas in there about types of fashion and shirts and clubs and sort of how we dress up these characters that you've seen the baseline on in the PFP chat. If you haven't checked that chat out, please go there. I look at it multiple times a day. I talk with our creative director about it, and it's a font of ideas that helps really drive what these characters will look like. So I'll be sharing some updates on traits there, and then we'll get, as we get closer to September, y'all will be the first people to know the specifics around date. We want to give everyone super advanced notice. We realize, the timing and the length of the Mint really matters. We don't want people to miss out, and so we'll be providing daily updates as we get closer and closer to Mint. Y'all will be intertwined into that, and again, the hope is to deliver art that every single person in this community feels super proud and confident about using as their profile picture, as a marker of this thing that we share together. So we'll keep sharing. If you have ideas, I want to plug again PFP chat. If you can't find it, ask someone in members chat. But get in there, provide your ideas, provide your feedback. As I post the images, we'll make sure to pin them so they're really easy to find. If you have ideas for traits that you want the character to have, please let us know in the PFP chat. Other than that, you'll expect to hear from me in the next couple of days. Happy to also answer questions about the PFP.
Hey, actually, before we get into the PFP questions, because I think we want to involve the community in the PFP questions as much as we can. Hey guys, it's Jim. We're on an offsite with the core team to talk about how we can deliver more value for the community on a day-to-day basis. We already have done quite a lot, but again, we have an obsessive vision to say, how can we turn a basic NFT project into something that's super special, not only in the course itself, but also the value it brings to the overall membership. And I think what's very interesting is I spent a lot of time in the last 6 months with the golf world in terms of insiders and businesses, right? So reps of the biggest players, the various tours, and then also the general golf business in terms of how it operates and how it brings value to consumers that want to be involved in it. But what I've found is that what we have already right now is a digital subscription community that has more value than the best ones out there. Something that if you're a LinksDAO NFT holder, you get more value out of your NFT than some of the other leading projects like an NBC Golf Pass, right? So you get incredible discounts, you get incredible access. and you get to be part of a community of like-minded folks that want to change the world of golf. And I think that everybody that's on this call should be really proud of what we've achieved to this point, because it's not only been about what the core team has learned and what the core team has achieved, but so much of this project has been all about what the community has come up with, the ideas, the concepts, the vision, and then ultimately what's been executed. So I think it's something that's entirely unique, and I want to make sure that everybody that's on this call tonight understands that this is very unique in the world of golf and sport, and something that the entire industry is really taking notice of. And what our NFTs bring folks is the best digital subscription you can get in the world of golf. And I think that's, like, again, like I said, very unique and very special. And it's because of the great work that the community has done. And like Mike mentioned, what's up next is acquiring the course and having the community design how it looks, how it feels, all the rules, and everything that's important in terms of what this thing ultimately becomes. And that's the special thing about the LinksDAO project, at least to me.
Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, guys, the key here is we are, about to do something really amazing. And the thing I want to ask each and every one of you, another LinksDAO holder that isn't here tonight. Like, I appreciate each of you being here, but we need a lot more than 67 people active in here to make these decisions about the course. So, again, tell the people that that are holders, spread the word, help us out with those retweets, and we appreciate every single one of those interactions. That being said, what we have here currently is amazing, but we're about to step over that threshold of complete core mission project success, and we want to celebrate it with all of our golf friends. So really looking forward to that. And with that, I'd love to turn it over to Tungsten for an update on the member bounce.
There we go. Nice. Welcome back. Technical difficulties from the great New England state of New Hampshire. Yeah, I was going to say, we're looking forward to getting another great new episode of the Members Bounce out for you all this weekend. I told Jim this privately, but I'll share it publicly. He was the best second cameraman of any episode we've had so far. The reason those graphics look so good is because we had steady hands behind the camera. So again, Jim, if you're out there, kudos and nice work on the camera. We're looking forward to dropping the next episode this week. Doug takes on Beef H2O at his home course of Colonial Springs up in Long Island. Should be a very interesting 9-hole match play. Rumor has it it's going to be a little bit closer this week. So keep an eye out. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. The new episode drops at 8 p.m. on Thursday. And while I have you all here, I want to take a minute just to thank William Murray Golf, who's been an incredible supporter of the project from the start. They gave Doug all of his amazing polos to wear during the filming, and the golf towels we've been giving away for viewer prizes since the episodes have been dropping were also provided very generously by those guys over at WMG. So appreciate their ongoing support. If you have a chance, you're looking for a new shirt, and you already have all of the Links gear you need in your closet, check out their gear as well. Rumor has it, new Links gear coming soon. But that being said, hit that like and subscribe button, and we will see y'all on Thursday for the premiere. Thank you.
Yeah. So we've had our second week of onboarding calls. The next one is going to be 2 weeks from not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after. That being said, we're going to have a new onboarding experience for new members. It's going to be called the Gatehouse. Some of you may have seen it on the left side. There is a form in there now that you can fill out if you're interested in becoming a contributor. But we're going to fill out the Gatehouse with all types of new information, new resources for new members, as well as sign-up forms for pod contribution and information for people who just want to learn more about LinksDAO. So this is going to be a new role-based system. So some of you in the audience, you may be golfers. If you were here before December 28th, our OGs, I really appreciate y'all, as well as our gallery members and our fans. So those are different cohorts that tell us basically what time you joined the Discord server. Our next cohort are going to be guests, and we're definitely looking to have an awesome experience onboarding those folks, some of whom will be coming exclusively for the PFP. Others will be coming exclusively for the golf course as we kind of close in on the objective. But it's really important to me and to the success of the project that people who come in here, they join, they're able to get the latest information about the project, like calls like this, which is why we record them and throw them up on YouTube. So yeah, really looking forward to having that, new gatehouse built out and launched here in the next week or so. But it is live now in its first form, and if you're interested in being a contributor, pop on over there and fill that out. Love to get you in touch with a pod leader to help things out. We've had 2 new additions to the dev pod this week. People who've jumped out who are interested. So shout out to them and anyone else who wants to, get a little bit more involved as a contributor here as we keep this ball rolling. That being said, I wanted to check in here with Dom and Tungsten to know if we have, by any chance, a list or the wheel to be spun to find out who won that Jaws Raw wedge.
Well, we currently have 46 names and counting being inputted into the picker wheel for the Jaws Raw Wedge giveaway. Due to the overwhelming attendance of tonight's podium, it's taken us just a few more minutes to get all 71 of y'all onto the list. So we can try and get that knocked out while we're all still in here, or we can share a video of that wheel spin after the podium call in the chats. Happy to keep plugging away at it either way.
Well, appreciate that update, and thank you for doing the manual task there to get that done. While we are, plugging away at that, we won't necessarily force or make Tungsten rush too much on that, but I'd love to open it up at this time. If you have questions and you want to come up here and ask a question about the project, about anything that's been shared tonight, go ahead and hit that hand raise button at the bottom of your screen. You can come on up. Love to chat with y'all and about anything that's on your mind about the project. Happy to discuss it up here. If not, we can definitely wrap things up and announce the winner asynchronously. But always love hearing from the community, getting feedback, everything else. We had some awesome attendance tonight in Quiz House. Really love seeing y'all here. Excited to give this Callaway Jaws Raw. Jaws Raw. It's tough to say. Wedge away here very shortly. Austin, how are things in Oregon? Are you in Oregon right now?
I am indeed. Yeah, just got home from work. It's beautiful out. A little bit less humid than the Midwest, which I always appreciate. But I'm looking to go to Topgolf tomorrow, actually. So excited to use that LinksDAO benefit.
We love to see it. We love to see it. Also, keep in mind, if you don't win tonight, the wedge that we are giving away is a custom designed one, but you can use your Callaway benefit if you're a member to order anything from the Callaway website, which includes custom Callaway wedges. So keep that in mind. Big shout out to our friends over at Callaway for helping us out with that one. Really stoked about that. We have Scrolls. Come on up here. How is it going? Thank you so much for raising your hand.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I was just wondering about, do you get the data kind of feedback from, when people use the membership discounts, and can then you use that information when you're trying to negotiate new deals with? I guess it'd be interesting, for the community to even see, what ones are being used to what degree.
I know that there's some form. I think I'll hand it over to Mr. Senor Hill to answer that one specifically for you.
Yeah, so the way that you think about the benefits and how we bridge kind of Web3 and Web2, right? We have the token gated site where you access the benefit and then you have the application of that benefit on the partner side, right? So what we do know is, we know sort of generation of codes, like think the Topgolf and the Callaway, we know how many people are generating codes, we know sort of site visits, and we can see sort of that aspect of it. And we work very closely with our partners to get sort of anonymized, right? Like we don't have any personally identifiable information, but anonymized sort of how many people are using it on their side. Each partner is a little bit different. I think when we work really closely with them, one of the things we've learned is just helping them kind of make sure that we get back sort of the answer to your questions, Rolls, right? Honestly, it's it's difficult, right? Because having a perfect integration with all of these platforms from a product and technical side would be ideal. because as a product manager, like I'm always trying to think about data and how it informs decisions we make, but it's pretty inconsistent, right? Like just from the standpoint, the reality is at minimum, most of our partners have coupon codes, that are unique to this project, and so we can see how often those are used. And our partners freely share those with us. It's like important that we have very regular and frequent conversations with our partners in that way. And then our side, again, we can see sort of the access of it, but it's a big opportunity as we think through the future of Clubhouse and we think about kind of how we use the high level information that we get on benefit utilization and how we then apply that to our conversations with partners, whether that be through, hey, like we have this really excited, really engaged group of people who are really excited to be able to, leverage a new benefit. And we can use that as a way to get sort of attention on the partnership side. And then we can also use it to help, kind of to your point, not necessarily negotiate, but definitely like have really great discussions about why there's a high sort of return on the time investment that these partners have in working with us. So like I said, it's like early, and the Clubhouse MVP is a way to think about how we can do what's really most important to partners is to keep the benefits exclusive to our members. So that's like where we start as a baseline. Everything else after that is learning and growth. I am kind of to that end really excited to share that the next week or two we're going to launch a completely revamped Clubhouse. Shout out to Zachary, who's a member of the community, has been product designer on the Clubhouse. Shout out to the dev team. It's like going to be really badass, to be honest with you. Like it looks really great. But there's still a lot of challenges to solve on how we learn from benefit utilization. It's definitely top of mind for me as someone who's responsible for our products. But it's something that we have sort of a long way to go on. So short answer is like, yes, we get that information. I think it could be a lot better, candidly. And, I think we'll get there as we continue to think about the Clubhouse as the hub for membership.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking. It's a great question.
We're wrapping the raffle wheel. One more question is going to get us over the edge. Who's going to be the hero in the audience that's going to raise their hand?
It's Diana.
Hey, so my question is going back to the groupings. Is it based off of when you joined the Discord or when you purchased the NFT? Because
That's a good
I am
question.
somebody who's scared of Discord and it took me a while to join.
Yeah, so the grouping is based off of when you joined the Discord and completed verification. So the first one was December 28th. So that was before the NFT even existed. So it's just Discord membership. Anybody who has the NFT, period, at least the Genesis NFTs, receives the member role. So the member roles are universal. There will be a slight differentiation for PFP holders, obviously, because we don't want to mix those two up. But, the general rule is we can tell when you join the Discord based on that information.
All right, thanks. And I think going off of that, I know whenever we're talking about, hey, there's 65, it looks like now 73 people here. And we're talking about how we need to have more membership, more involvement from the community. I guess are we able to see, because like I said, I'm somebody who I was very wary about joining Discord. It's a little bit of a different atmosphere, not sure where to click sometimes. And I think it's a barrier to entry for some other people who maybe are NFT holders who are interested in being involved, but they don't know how to step in.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point. So I have two kind of answers to that. One is a better onboarding process so that when you join Discord, you're not just dumped into all the channels. You receive an onboarding call like we've been doing where you get an overview of the project, you kind of understand. You have somebody like me walk you through what the purpose of the Discord is and how to kind of utilize it. Again, anyone on this call, if you have questions, please shoot me a DM. I would love to schedule a one-on-one with you to walk you through it. It's not as scary as it looks, I promise. And then the second part of that is, creating the Clubhouse, right? Which is right now the awesome member benefits portal, but a place for LinksDAO members who don't necessarily love Discord or in fact hate it that they have an opportunity to be involved in the community, to learn more about the project, to be social with members somewhere other than Discord, because we're not going to change everybody's mind on that. I appreciate you, Diana, overcoming your general fear of Discord and joining us here, but I understand that we're not going to get everyone. That being said, we have about 3,000 verified NFT holders who have taken the step to join the Discord, right? So we want to make sure that at least the people who have come into the community, taken that step to join, verified their NFT, received the role, that those folks, that we can make sure that they're here to participate in these really exciting discussions about where we take this project going forward in the future. So we're looking into a lot of ways we can utilize every notification channel possible to get people's attention. And I think that, we're going to succeed in getting a lot of those folks in here for these big important decisions, as well as snapshot votes, right? Which we can reach people on Twitter and they don't have to pop in the Discord for that. But, we want to have awesome discussions like we've been having so far throughout this project.
Perfect. Thanks. Hopefully that gave Tungsten enough time.
We do have one more question.
It did give me enough time, but that number one question comes first. Go for it.
How's it going, Garrett?
Hey guys, excited to be on this community call again. I'm glad to hear there's going to be some more of these more often. But my question is just quick. Like, I was just curious, like, do we have an idea of how large the PFP collection will be, or kind of what, just I guess the size of it overall? Have we kind of come to a consensus on that at all?
So I'm going to let Mr. Senor take that one. Yes and no, right? We're definitely thinking in the range of 10,000, 9 or 10,000, like the Genesis collection. But we're of course still in the building phase and open to community feedback and ideas. But the current thinking is in the 9 to 10,000 range.
Yeah, sorry, I lost connection for a second. What Cooper said is right. I mean, I think it's not like fully decided, but I think what our guiding principle and North Star for the PFP project is, one is to make it available. Like, I think going too small means we're not going to get this in the hands of enough people to really enjoy it. Going too large makes it something that's not as appetizing as a collectible. So we got to thread the needle there. But to Cooper's point, we've been thinking about around 10,000 is pretty standard. It's like a market tested number. We feel that's probably the right way to land.
Yep, that makes sense. I guess my only other follow-up question to that would be, like, are we thinking that this is going to expand the community in a sense of, like, more community members holding some form of token, as opposed to maybe the membership token that's already out there, or is it more of a value add to existing community members?
Yeah, I mean, again, like, back to kind of principles, like, we're like pretty principles driven in this kind of stuff. I think what's most important to us is that the Genesis NFT remains sacrosanct as the OG, sort of beginning of this project. So, like, what we've been debating about a lot is how do we make sure that we don't cannibalize that, not only from a a lot of markets are obviously like kind of like feelings and emotional based, like the feeling around being a Genesis holder, but also practically the utility. And so, like, it's really important that we don't make any decisions that make Genesis holders feel like what they've already done and built and contributed to is any less valuable. And I think that also goes into like making the PFP available to Genesis holders, right? Like, I think seeing this sort of PFP as primarily a benefit also to Genesis holders is like something that they get back as being valuable members of the community. I say that as a Genesis holder myself, right? Like, I'm excited about the PFP. I would say then, and again, like, a lot of these updates at this stage are because we're asking a lot of questions more probably than answers. Like, we still need to decide exactly what the engagement of a PFP holder would be in the Discord, for example. Like, I think anyone who holds the PFP and isn't a Genesis member will certainly have a place in the community for sure. What that looks like is still to be decided, but we really just don't want to step on the toes of Genesis members because of how important that membership is. So I know it doesn't like really directly answer your question, but that's sort of like the principles around how we think about it. We want to welcome new people to the community, and we want to make sure that we're expanding and growing the game is not just something we say. We sincerely and emotionally feel that very strongly. But we also want to make sure that we're protecting the value of our Genesis members. Does that answer your question? I'm happy to talk about more. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, no, totally. I mean, that totally makes sense, and I think I'm aligned personally with that. But if I have anything else, I'll just make sure to be more active in the PFP chat. But thanks all.
Sure. Yeah, thanks, Garrett. Like anytime you're in there, I'll respond at least within 12 hours, I guarantee. Right? I check it as much as I can, so I appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you much for those questions and coming up on stage. Absolutely. Is Tungsten up here? Do we have Tungsten up? There he is.
We're having trouble hearing you. Well, looks like Discord is rugging Tungsten, and because Discord's rugging Tungsten, I think he's rugging us as well. So I think we give it one more try and try to do this live if we can. Give him a couple minutes here. But yeah, does anybody else have any other questions they want to come up here and talk about? Okay, just got news from Tungsten. I don't think it's gonna looking good, so it looks like we're gonna have to do an announcement, and that's all right. We'll record it and let you guys see that it's legit. But other than that, we're gonna close out here. Thank you everybody for your questions and joining tonight. This is an awesome night. I think it's a really special time to be a part of this project. All the hype we had from January. We just really maintained it well into the community we have now, and really happy that you guys are so supportive of us and that you're here tonight. Does anybody else have anything to say?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, Tungsten, we will record and or stream the spinning wheel of Jaws raw wedges, and we will broadcast that and make sure. Oh, Tungsten is requested right now. Here we go. Tungsten, how's your Wi-Fi doing? No. Okay. Well, we're gonna wrap it up here, folks, and we will broadcast the spinning wheel or drop a recording and announce the winner before 9 p.m. You have my honor on that. So stay tuned, and thank you so much for stopping by tonight. Again, we're here every Tuesday night for Community Tuesday. Looking forward to seeing you and all your friends next week. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks, everybody.